Oh,
Yeah.
now it's recording. He's had to hold
To
it.
turn it off.
Yeah, it's
Turn it
recording.
That's good now. Got the really right red light on. All right.
Hi, I'm Johnny Barnes. Thank you for allowing me to interview you today.
Oh, thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate it.
Okay, how long were you in the NFL?
11 years.
Okay, what positions did you play?
I played defensive end. That's the only position I played.
Can you tell me why you chose football career?
It was something that came easy to me. I didn't start playing until high school, so when I was in high school, I was just a good player, and through working hard, I became a great player. Allowed myself to be make it in the NFL.
Were you playing when you were younger?
Didn't play Pop Warner. I tried to play in middle school, but we didn't have enough players, so we had to forfeit all our games. So my first real chance, I was a sophomore in high school.
What educational requirements were required for you to reach the level you achieved in the NFL?
Well, everybody in the NFL, you have to go to college, and the only way you get to college is you do well in high school. Um, I wasn't a straight A student, but I still, went to class. I knew it was important, and could have studied better, could have done things differently, but regardless, I knew that it was important to get my education because regardless, football doesn't last forever. I get hurt and just play 1 year instead of 11 years. So education is very important to get that education because when you get in the NFL, you never know what might happen.
What did you like most about your profession?
Oh man, all the opportunities that it gave me to meet new people, touch lives in a positive way. Um, Money, being honest. And just be able to give my family a life that I always wanted to give.
What was a typical day on the job like?
Typical day, wake up about 6 o'clock in the morning, get to work about 6:30 in the morning. We have workouts in the morning, try to, and after workouts, get a little breakfast in you. Then got your first meeting, usually is team meeting, that's around about 8 o'clock. And then special teams meeting at 8:30. And then defensive meeting about 9:30. And then defensive line meeting after that. After defensive line meetings, then a walkthrough. And after a walkthrough, you have lunch. After lunch, um, we have another meeting, another defensive line meeting. After that meeting, then practice. And during the meetings, we're going over plays we're going to run in that during that week, or going over the opponent's tape, break down their tape. And then after practice, we come back in. We have another meeting, watch the practice film, correct the mistakes, and then after that meeting, then go home about anywhere between about 4:30, 5 o'clock.
It's a lot of meetings.
That's a lot of meetings. It's a lot of work. Just like school, you got a lot of classes. It doesn't change.
What advice would you give me if I wanted to pursue a career like yours?
First, continue to get your education. I think that's very important. And no matter what type of coach, teacher, or anybody, tell you that you can't, always believe in yourself that you can. No matter what. I don't care who they are. I mean, when I say I don't, it doesn't matter who they are. That your pastor, your church. You got family members who will tell you that. You have people who always tell you, that you can't do something. And if people tell you that, always believe in yourself that you can. No matter what. No matter what it is, it might be football or anything else.
What is the Jaguar organization's main product or service?
The main product or service is, I would say the product would be, getting good players to represent the organization, um, from the sport of football, but also the community. Stepping out in the community, reaching out to young guys like yourself, showing you guys that it's not all about the glitz and glamour that you see on ESPN. It is work involved, a lot of work, as well as building together a good team, and so that way fans like yourself, as many fans out there in the community of Jacksonville, can be proud to be a fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
In what ways do you think the city of Jacksonville benefits from having the Jaguars here?
I think the city benefits a ton from the organization, the foundation that the Jaguars have with Dolores Weaver. Her foundation, I mean, they build, houses for, people that that are a little bit underprivileged, that, they need a little help. And it brings a lot of businesses to Jacksonville that want to be associated with the NFL. So that puts a lot of money into the economy of Jacksonville as a whole. Um, from a merchandising standpoint, with taxes and a lot of tax dollars with tickets and stuff like that, that goes right back to the city. So the city owns the stadium. The Jaguars don't own the stadium. So a lot of times people get it kind of misconstrued when they think about tickets, because those tickets, yeah, money of the tickets go to the team as well. It goes to the city. So you're not just helping out the Jaguars. You're helping out your own city.
I see your ring there. Can you tell me something about it?
You want to talk about the ring? Yeah, I'll let you wear it. You put it on. Put it on. You don't get it in front of the camera. But they'll see. That ring right there is Super Bowl ring. Last year, 2010, New Orleans Saints, when we beat the Colts 31-17 in Miami. It was a great opportunity for me to be a part of a Super Bowl team after playing 11 years, to go out with a Super Bowl. I mean, it's words can't describe the feeling. I mean, all the hard work that I put in over the course of 11 years I played in the NFL, but 13 years of being a professional football player, to come down to that, I mean, that's something that I'm always cherish. I'll be able to pass it down to my son, and hope that he feels and keep it and pass it down, because it is something that's important that I'm gonna hold near and dear to me in my heart, and I want my sons to understand that fact as well, because it takes a lot to get that. Many guys that have come and gone in the NFL and hasn't even had a sniff at the Super Bowl. I mean, prior to playing in the Super Bowl, I was a spectator. And at that time last year, I got a chance to be a participator and go out there, and ultimately that was the ultimate goal for me as a football player, to win a Super Bowl, and I achieved that.
Are there any more comments you would like to share?
Yeah, you can hand me back my ring. Man, comments like to share. Just to kind of, touch back on what I was telling you as far as, never allow somebody to tell you you can't do something. Always know that, education is the way. And people can take a lot of things from you. And I mean, they can take your money, they can take your car, your house, or whatever, but they can never take your education. I mean, this is just one part of a building block that you're in right now here in middle school. I mean, you got high school, you got college, and know that you want to be something in life. I mean, that's the bottom line. My school, my middle school, my high school was nothing like this. My neighborhood I grew up in was not a nice neighborhood. A lot of distractions, easily, to turn me away from doing what was right. And it's always better to do what's right. And it takes less energy to do what's right than do what's wrong. And that's the great thing that, personally, myself as a Christian man, God gives you the ability to make a choice. And what choice you're going to make. It's going to be a good choice for yourself, or it's going to be a bad choice. And usually when you make a bad choice, it affects a lot more people than just you. But them good choices, hey, this is all great. It's perfect. You can just continue to move forward in life, continue doing the right things, continue to serve, your family, your mother, your father, your brothers and sisters, your classmates, your teacher, doing what's right. Because that's more important than doing what's wrong.
Thank you, Mr. Spicer, for the interview.
You're welcome.
Nice to meet you.
All right.